Hello and everybody and welcome to another episode of the Warchief Radio podcast. We're on episode 9 and this is 9 more episodes than I thought I would ever be able to do. So thank you everyone for the support you're giving me. This episode we have Tyson Brooks. How are you doing, Tyson?
Hello there. I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. Now, Tyson, you are someone in core who's been quite a fundamental part. I mean, you play a lot of roles in management, so you make a lot of logos for a lot of people's shows, and you do a lot of this behind the scenes, and you help the general companies go forward. But how have you got into core? How have you got here, is basically what I'm asking.
Well, I've been in CAW longer than most people actually know. I've been in CAW since 2013, I'd like to say, when I started off in competitive leagues, when comp was the thing back in the WWE 13 and 2K14 days. And, well, I stopped doing that after 2K17 because it really just became about cheat movesets and all that. And then I got into EFED.
That seems to be
I still know some of the people that I met through comp, and well, Donald's actually one of them.
A lot of people have come from comp. I think it's quite a natural progression. You go through comp, you're enjoying the whole competitive scene, then you realise that there's an EFED side to it.
Yeah.
And many people could argue that you have to make a cheat moveset for EFEDs, you know? Like, to win in that one.
I mean, sometimes you can have a cheat moveset, and sometimes it just is based around if you can promo or not.
I mean, that's fair.
I guess it depends what Fed you're in, really.
Yeah, and I mean, a conversation I've had with, because Crude came from a comp league, and he was saying how the promoing there is terrible, and how it's much better in EFED. Like in comp leagues, apparently the promoing is like a lot of uncensored, unfiltered. It's like death matches, you know, in real life. You know, just unfiltered, fucking crazy.
Yeah, in a way, yes.
So, in you being coming from comp, so you understand that one. Have you ever done a little bit of sim?
Technically yes and no. I mean, I'm a part of Nate's company, XWW, which is a sim fed, which is basically you just hand in your CAW, and Nate then records all the matches and makes all these cool spots.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm faffing with paper.
It's really fun.
I enjoyed that because I think Triumph touched on it a little bit. Did it not? The Triumph run by Tone and Mercer.
I believe so.
I kind of like it. Yeah. It makes the matches more entertaining. I need to watch more of Nate's stuff. Just because it's on PS4, I'm like, God damn, I can't watch this. It's on PS4.
I mean, Nate's always willing to like remake people, which is really nice of him. Shout out to him. Does all this amazing stuff for people.
Oh, he does. He's a very hard worker. I mean, he did some stuff for COH, didn't he?
Yeah, he's done quite a few things for COH. Like, he did most of the storyline between him and Ray, from my knowledge at least.
And it was a very good storyline. It's just entertaining to watch. Because if you remember Summer Mania, the whole editing of the matches made the matches much more fun. Like, Jack Hunter's coffin drop, like, stuff like that was great. And you wouldn't have it done anywhere else. So, it's kind of nice.
I think when people do stuff like that, it's a bit refreshing. Because you don't get to see, like, all that crazy stuff in actual EFED matches.
Sorry, I had a biscuit. Right. 10 out of 10 fucking podcast by Townsend. So, with SimFed, and with Summer Mania 2, with the whole making matches interesting with Sim. Because regardless what you believe, EFED and Sim, I think matches are much better on Sim because you can play drama and whatnot.
I mean, you got creative freedom to do, like, whatever you want, basically.
Exactly. And I think with that, with the creative freedom to do I don't know. It's difficult because in sim it takes a lot more time to do the match. And
of course, I think that's the difference between eFed and sim. eFed, you're expected to do things more on a consistent basis, while in sim there's like shows and people don't like get upset when they're not out like every like 2 weeks or whatever.
I think it's patience. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
it's just. I think personally, I prefer eFed because it draws you in, and I think I prefer sim in terms of match quality and share. Like the Aaron Bomber and Will Steele matches were great on Take the Stage, and someone who doesn't watch sim regularly, enjoyed them. I'm trying to watch a little more of Rocks. I'm enjoying. I made a conscious effort to try and have the stream open. I didn't watch all of it because I was currently, I think in a chat. I think I was doing something, but I was trying my best to try and keep an eye out on it. I was trying to watch it a little bit, but I generally think, I generally think EFED's somewhat better just because the storylines are like weekly and like WWE standard, you know, and a lot happens more, and it's more.
I don't know, like if it's better. I can't really say one's better than the other, but eFed is definitely like on the more consistent side of things for sure.
It's your preference, I think. It's down to everyone's preference.
It's based on preference and perspective, really.
Exactly, man. And then with that, you got. Would you like to see more sim stuff done in other companies? Like, would you like?
I think it definitely just adds another like flavor to things, if you get what I mean.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's accustomed to seeing an eFed match, and if you watch enough of them, you realize that they all follow the same thing. It's like you hit your finisher, then you kick out, and it's some people who've been watching this shit and doing this shit for years know who's winning from the first strike or the first move, you know?
Yeah, sometimes matches just can be predictable, and once you add a bit of unpredictability, gets people interested.
I mean, the matches are pretty good on eFed. If you're looking at HXW as a whole, recently we've had matches like Revolt versus Eminence. We've had the one on the Super Show, which was the Foundation.
It was the Foundation
versus
JG Corvo, I believe.
And that was fantastic. We had the Young Lions versus Zach Sanchez and Adam Richards, which was great. And it feels like these matches have all of a sudden come out of nowhere in terms of how great they have been.
There's a pattern with that, and as you can see, it's mainly tag matches.
Yeah.
That like have these show stealers.
I mean, I've competed enough tag matches to know how fucking long they can be. Like, with people breaking up the pins and all that, like, Jesus, it takes its time. Like,
I basically got my start in eFed through tag wrestling.
Well, you did with the Renegades, of course. You and Donald, or Phenomico, as the Renegades in Honor Bound was great.
Yeah, it was honestly like the best way I could have started in CAW, really. Teaming with one of my best friends in CAW and just going through like the bottom all the way to the top in Honor Bound. It was some really good times back in the day.
Yeah, and what I will say about the Renegades is it's not one of those classic tag teams where there's a Shawn Michaels and a Marty Jannetty. It's more like John Morrison and The Miz. Both guys are fucking great on their own as much as a team. Like, when the A-listers broke up, everyone's looking at Morrison, but Miz did some great stuff. And I think they're... Sorry I'm using 2008 references. I've just been playing a lot of TW of that recently, but I think the Renegades themselves, Tyson going off and doing your own thing singles was great. I think Donald and Bennett and the White Rabbit and having Phenomco playing Donald was great. And the Renegades as a whole was great. I like it was a very cool tag team. I think it was like something people look to and they're like, oh, this is great, you know. I don't want to say indie darlings, but it kind of reminded me a lot of that. It was like the DI.
We didn't really have a gimmick back then. We were just wrestlers
in a tag team division made up of, what was it, Faithless, Warbeards.
Yeah, it was the Faithless, the Warbeards, us.
I'd like to
a
say
few
the
other
DIY
teams.
of that, the DIY of that sort of thing. Like Warbeards, they were like The Warriors are fantastic. I love them to bits. Both of them are probably two of my closest friends in core. Shit, don't swear. But they're two of my closest friends in core. But in my opinion, Renegades were the DIY of that division. They were the cool things that everyone looked for. You know, they're that cool team. Everyone's like, oh, I like this team. You know.
And we had a great feud with Connor and Carter back then, and honestly, I never expected like it to get as far as it did, but we ended up main eventing a pay-per-view, which was awesome, and I never expected to, especially early into my EFED career.
Yeah, the old on-around tag division, when you had Faithless, when you had Warbeards, when you had the Renegades, I think was prime time tag wrestling.
Honestly, like the honor-bound tag team division just hasn't been able to reach that peak ever since, because like not many people like just stick to only doing tag.
Well, everyone wants to be a bit more, you know, like
they want a bit of single success as well.
Exactly, and I mean, I've done my tenure in tag. I don't want to do any more tag for the time being, but maybe after I face Lions, it will be on the table again where I would want to do it. But the thing is, there's a lot of people who just feel the tag division is demotion. Like,
I think if you want a great tag team, you got to be like heavily dedicated to it.
Like the Warbeards and like Renegades, like the Warbeards are probably the best tag team in history. I will say that for free. They are.
Yeah.
They've stuck together. They're friends behind the scenes and everything, and they stay together. They've not done anything wrong. They are doing everything right, in my opinion. The day, like, I know they are against it, the idea of them facing off and the tag team breakup, but the day that happens is like that's going to be a main eventing WrestleCade, I guarantee. Like,
it's honestly going to be a big story one day.
Have Windsor turn into that Brutus Savior gimmick that he does so damn well.
He's a great heel.
And have Bill play that cult figure that he plays. Like, Bill's fucking great. Like, he's that cult. He says it in his bio as the whole cult figure. He is. There's just like, not irrational, but there's just this weird pull of like everyone loves Bill Dern, including me. I love Bill Dern, and I love Windsor. And I think Windsor can play that. I've got a lot of money type of heel very well, and I am waiting for that to happen. Do I think it should happen? Probably not. I kind of like the idea of it's a tag team that never breaks up, because that never happens in core. Look at the Young Guns. They were probably the best built tag team. They worked together. They did all this, and then they decided to end it. And I feel, in my opinion,
like some teams are meant to stay together and some are just meant to eventually break up.
Exactly. I feel there are people like, I think, for example, me and Crazy J, that was a tag team built to die. That was a tag team built to last.
That was built around that y'all in character didn't like each other. So once like y'all finally lost the belts, it was like ready to die.
Oh, it was that was the perfect storyline. I think that's probably one of my best storylines ever. Me and Crazy J, like the build. Like I think I dropped the ball a bit because I in my opinion, with him being the heel GM, I was primed and plucked to be the Steve Austin. I think my promos just weren't that great, and I think putting Boom in that situation was probably the better thing up for them, because I definitely don't think I was pulling my weight on that situation. I think I was definitely like dragging my heels. I don't know. I think it was just because I didn't come to them with ideas, but like after WrestleCade, I was doing nothing. So I think I should have done something, if you know what I mean. But yeah, no, that's the only hiccup I had on that entire thing. Like the tag team stuff that we did, phenomenal. The fact we got into a WrestleCade as a rivalry match for Honor Bound, phenomenal. Like, that's probably going to be my biggest highlight, that I was the first Honor Bound rivalry match to get on without a title.
Without a title.
To get onto.
No, I had that honor too, because me and Donald, with the Faithless, we were the first ever tag title match on like Honor Bound to make it to WrestleCade, and that was just, it was an honor.
It is. I was like, oh my god! Like I thought, I thought they saw that storyline to be that damn good. They put it on. I grit my teeth when I think about it because I know I could have carried on as he was the heel GM. I could have been the Stone Cold in that situation, but I dropped the ball.
I mean, things happen, and you just end up later going on to move into better things.
Well, exactly. I mean, this Thursday I've got my first ever. We're recording this on the Monday. Yes. Monday. So this Thursday, I think, because there's no Honor Bound this Tuesday. But
yes,
this Thursday I've got my second world title match, and it's a triple threat. So I'm crossing my fingers I win. If I win, I'll be a happy chappy. I've always said this. I'm not looking to hold it forever because I know that if I hold it and I go into When Worlds Collide with it, I won't be able to have that match with Lions, which I'm dying to have. So I ideally would pick it up and lose it to you either at Oblivion or lose it to someone else whenever down the line. Because I just want to be Grand Slam before they unify the world titles. You know,
yeah.
I'd be the 5th person in history to unify them, and I don't know if it would be. If that would have to end like the whole because they're unifying the belts. It's a bit weird. I mean,
it's definitely like an honor to possibly be like the last technical honor-bound world champion.
Well, I won't be the last one because I don't want to hold it into When Worlds Collide because I'm pretty sure if I hold that title going to When Worlds Collide, I won't be able to have the match with Lions. That's something I want more than anything.
I want to hold the belt into When Worlds Collide for one reason specifically. I want to fight Tone White for both belts. I've been in E-Fed for about 3 years, and I have yet to face that man one-on-one.
We'll have to see what we can do because if I win, I just want to be the last Honor Band Grand Slam before they unify the belts because I don't know when they unify the belts what they're gonna do. Like, do they call that?
I mean, I guess in a sense, like say COH, you win all them belts and then you win the unified belt, and it counts for COH Grand Slam.
Yeah.
Same goes for HB.
Yeah. So I'm hoping I win the HB belt and be like the last fully honor bound Grand Slam. But
yeah,
we'll have to see. It's a triple threat, and no one knows how a triple threat may end. I could be like the one that's pinned, and it'll be an oh well moment.
I mean, multi-mans in 2K20 just are a clusterfuck. Period.
Exactly, but I'm looking forward to it. And if we have the match at Infamous Oblivion, which is what they're saying the winner of that goes on to, I would like to drop it there and then so I could face Lions because that Lions fight's been built since the Rumble in the Jungle, and I could not thank him enough for putting that that faith into me, thinking that yes, I want to face this guy. What was it? 9 months
before the actual event happens.
Yeah, 9 months. He's planned that fight for 9 months, and I'm sorry, that's something I'm gonna put that on my accomplishments. Daniel Lyons wanted to face me for 9 months, you know. But I hope I win the title just because I can be like, I'm Grand Slam, and I'll be happy, you know.
I mean, getting to the top is just an accomplishment in itself.
Well, I mean, yeah, in my opinion, there's been, it's quite the way. When you and Donald came down from Honor Bound, from COH down, don't get me wrong, there was this entire mentality of these guys are going to be the new main eventers, and it's just like a kick to my teeth. I was like, oh my fucking god, have I dropped the ball that much? I'm not longer considered. For that, so they needed to bring more guys down. So I was like, oh my fucking god, what am I gonna do? When you came out on that triple threat for Battle of Japan, I was like, oh god. Because in my opinion, I think our match at Battles of Japan, where it was me, you, and Donald, that should have been the final. I think, what was it, Richie Williams, Don Frost?
I looked at all the triple threats, I'm like, this right here, this would be a great final.
Yeah.
Like right there.
Maybe in balance, I don't know, maybe I'm biased, but I think that would have been a better final. But then again, I'm glad we had it. I mean, if they wanted to try and make it a final, it'd be quite difficult, wouldn't it? Because of the type.
Yeah, I mean, you can't. It's hard to plan stuff.
Exactly.
In like E-Fed, to happen.
So I'm glad we had that match, and I thought it was pretty cool. Even though I lasted like 5 minutes of the actual match and got like eliminated pretty soon.
The match wasn't like too long in a sense, but I mean, what can you do?
It's like, what can you do? It's even. Like, you can have a perfect storyline planned out, but the win and loss
And
is
5-minute match.
Exactly. I guarantee that one of the matches I'll build up so much. I'll build it up to like the peak. I'll be like, this match is the most important match of my career. It'll be a minute-long match, and I'll get pinned off a fucking roll-up or some shit. Guarantee.
That's how it really be like that though in EFED sometimes.
It is.
It's unfortunate.
It is unfortunate. But
and then you have a random match on a random show, and it's like the greatest thing ever.
Yeah. With Redacted Fed, me and Preppy had a match on that was fantastic.
You and me also had a match that was like really good.
It was on,
I believe.
It was on was it on the Dark Hard night? Not what's it called? It's not on around after dark. No, is well, the match
Unsanctioned?
Yeah, unsanctioned. That's it. Was it that match you were talking about, or one in Redacted?
No, it was like in Redacted, like right after I won like the main belt, like the night after you and me had a match, and it was awesome.
Did I win?
I don't know if you remember that.
God, I wouldn't know. A lot of Redacted is just bad memories. I remember.
Yeah, a lot of it is bad memories.
Yeah,
it's highly unfortunate.
I got cucked so much by that cunt. Oh my god. Do you remember the whole Mafia bit when all of a sudden I started attacking you, and it was like, why is he attacking Tyson? It's like,
I wasn't told what was going on there.
Neither was Riyadh. I was in Riyadh's DMs as soon as it happened, saying, what the fuck's going on? Because I knew. I was like, James doesn't want to take it out on the guy that actually caused the fucking issue. The guy who actually caused the issue, who I think is semi-blacklisted, but for those of you who don't know, I faced him at Redacted Mania 4.
When I was in management for that company, a lot of people that eventually did come back said they were mainly there because I was in management, because the owner was like fucking up so much.
They said the exact. I've had people say the exact same thing to me about CAC. I've had people say the exact same thing to me.
Like some places, I guess it just depends who's in the management, really, rather than the owner.
Well, yeah, exactly. I mean, it was just weird, but I remember that moment. He did his fucking utmost. I don't know why. I don't know why he's one getting called like every blacklist person. He's the only one that gets called Redacted. I don't know why, but
I mean, it was like a big place that a lot of people joined for like years, and now it's just gone.
But he fucked me so hard. That sounds wrong. No,
he screwed a lot of people over, but now that chapter is done,
he was vindictive. He thought to himself, I can't punish the guy that actually caused the fucking issue in the first place. I'll punish the guy that actually apologized. Because we fucked Windsor's and Payne's segment, right? We fucking got real angry. The guy jumped in on that segment and was like, fucking, what are you doing, you cunt? And I was there like, oh shit. And I made a split-second decision. Bear in mind, I was only in the Fed for 4 months. And I made the decision, I'm going to jump in on this and try and settle it. I fucked up, right? I shouldn't have jumped in on that. But then at least I had the bollocks to go to Redacted, Oliver Windsor, and Payne and apologize. I was like, I am so sorry for the fucking mishap I caused in that show. I didn't mean it, but I didn't cause it. We all know who did cause it. But then I got punished. And I thought, and I should have left there and then. I talked to like Tone and stuff now, and he's like, yeah, you should have just left there and then. And I should have left and never have come back, because that guy fucked me over in the biggest way he could. And guess
that place stressed me out so much because, well, other than just doing management for him, which was a shit ton of stuff, I had to also make logos for the dude, which he had a certain way he wanted everything done. And if you didn't do it, he'd ask you to just fucking do it from scratch. And that was stressful, which eventually led me to like taking a break from CAW because I just couldn't handle the stress anymore.
Oh, I wouldn't blame you. That's like I've had people like that, and it's like, oh fuck. And I know I've done it to Bill. Like I remember when I couldn't make fucking logos for shit, and I asked Bill for shit, and I was like, can I please get a logo that, you know, looks kind of cool? And it wasn't right. It was just didn't work. And I was like, oh, I fucked him around so much, and I feel so sorry for him. But
like, I understand people like wanting a logo done a certain way, but tell me how you'd like it done like the first time around instead of nitpicking every time I send you the logo.
well, it's
Like,
terrible.
oh no,
But
this should be like green.
regardless,
Oh no, this should be more pointy. Like, Jesus fuck.
he was very manipulative, and he played a very good victim combos. Because as soon as I said I wanted to leave and I wanted to fucking go, then he wanted to push me. And I'll tell you this for free, everyone. When I came back, I'd been there for a fucking second. He then offered me a world title shot, and I fucking turned that shit down because I knew how annoying it was when people who just came back into the Fed after leaving just got an instant world title shot.
Was that around like Inferno when Donald won the belt?
So basically, in Honor Bound, I had been Matt Baker's right hand man, right?
Yeah.
Matt Baker was inactive, and it worked well. So then James, Redacted, goes and when he's coming back to me with an idea of what he wants to do next, he just gave me a verbatim of the exact same shit I was doing on Honor Bound. Oh yeah, you're gonna be Donald's fucking right hand man. Like,
I had a different vision for that. I wanted you to be Kevin Nash to Donald's HBK.
Well,
I wanted you both to be successful.
I told Redacted straight up, I was like, I'm not gonna be his lesser. I'm not gonna be his fucking bodyguard. You book me, I'm gonna be his Drew McIntyre to his Dolph Ziggler, right?
Yeah.
I said that to him, and like, it just irked me so much that his big return angle for me was for me to just be what I was already doing in Honor Bound, because I know people were talking about how he only pushed people if they were successful elsewhere and they were getting heat elsewhere. He couldn't build his own stars, so that and he can't build his own storylines. That's why he relied so much on the whole oh my god, he's back heat, you know, this guy's just returned, let's put him in a world title match. And then I returned a month later. They realized they don't have anyone good going for that world title, and he DM'd me and he's like, you want to go for that world title? And I said, absolutely fucking not. Ask me when I'm being here for 3 months or something, because I'd just taken a break, and the break lasted like a week. Well, not a week, a month. Right?
Yeah.
And I was just
like, it's like you said, he didn't build his own stars. Like, when the Renegades were hot and Honor Bound, and I was only in CWA by myself, Donald wasn't in CWA at the time. Donald was going to join. He asks me, yo, do you want to do the Renegades? I'm like, at the time, I didn't know what the fuck I was doing, so I just agreed to it. And it was fine and dandy, but, like, it was definitely not, like, the best times I've had with the team.
I think the golden days of that company was when Tone White was in that fucking creative room.
Yeah.
And now
I can agree. Tone's, like, a big help in this community, and I appreciate him.
The Mafia was fucking gold until Tone said, you know, after James did Redacted, did some fucking stupid shit, Tone was like, I'm done. Then the Mafia went to shit. And I want to say, oh, he managed to run it for a little bit longer, it was good for a bit. No, as soon as Tone left, that shit went to, that was gone. It was gone. Like,
the whole point of the faction was for Tone, and
the faction was you can make the argument the faction was for Windsor and stuff like that. But that with a faction, right? This is my core fundamental belief, that I think a faction should be made up of one established star, and he should try and raise everyone else up in that faction to be up to his standard, right?
I think either that or it should be a faction filled with established guys, because that's like bound to be successful. Right?
I'm scared that with that though, it turns into like an NWO when everyone where it's just like the NWO just takes the shit out of it, and it wasn't. If you watch the WCW versus WWE Nitro documentary or something, the big core belief of why WCW failed in the end was because they were so dependent on the NWO. Because they were pushing that too much, and everyone else looked bad. I think if you're going to have a faction of established stars, you need to use you need to put this opposition over as much as you can, and which is very difficult with E-Fed. My fundamental belief is I think Evolution and I think Legacy, which were the best factions ever.
I agree.
You had the established. Let's use Legacy for example. You had the established star Randy Orton pulling up Cody Rhodes and Ted DiBiase to that standard, right? And they had a WrestleMania match, right? You had Triple H and Ric Flair bringing Batista and Orton up to a standard, you know, and that's the fundamental thing. So what did James do? He redacted do. Fuck, I'm doing that so much. I'm not doing it on purpose, but what did he do? He kicked out so the faction was based, I think, was Tone's way of bringing us up. So we had Enigma Soul and Oliver Windsor was like the two big things, and then as soon as James gets redacted, fucking up. But as soon as redacted gets control, what's he do? He kicks out the one person that needed to be brought up the most. Like, I was the fucking ugly duckling of Mafia, right? I was supposed to be built up more because I was not established. I didn't know anyone.
That's like what you and me were there for. We were supposed to like I was just getting back into singles, so
we just needed to grow.
I needed to grow in CWA.
And then you give it 5 months, and do you know what's in there? You get spooky fucking gothic shit. You got Iris going all crazy, and you got Jack Hunter and his female sidecore.
That time period was just fun.
And I just thought, do not call it the Mafia. I was just like, how much of a fuck up have you done here? Like, that was just awful. And I thought, oh. And then, I mean, then the Hannibal storyline, which was inevitably me every day thinking I should fucking leave this company. Because I was in a storyline with Hannibal, and I don't want to fucking shit on Hannibal or anything like that, but he was not active enough to be building a storyline for that. Not at all.
Yeah. He was in management at the time, and he just wasn't living up to expectations at the time.
James was saying, redacted, was saying, Hannibal's with his girlfriend, so he's not focusing on core at the moment. And I thought, I have personal, I have out of character relationships I need to focus on as well. Like, I've got loads of people to please, you know. And do you see me like lacking or stumbling? Like, nah.
Yeah.
I just thought it was a fucking shitty excuse, you know. But yeah, he was an awful flat owner, and I think
honestly, there's better companies now, like HXW, for example.
Exactly. I think all owners can fuck up, and it'd be like, oh, okay. Like, even the most experienced ones can fuck up and make a mistake. Yeah. But Senor Redacted fucked up. Like,
it was just consistent fuck-ups.
It was a daily thing. Like, what's he done now?
And every show there was botches, and yeah.
Yep.
It was bad.
It was a constant thing with him, and it just made it it wasn't fun to work with him. And I was like, I tried saying that I didn't want to go to Olympus. I was like, I don't want to go. I don't want to do it. Like, thank you for giving me a match with Hannibal, but he's not pulling his weight. So then I had to say, okay, we're going to give the match to Hunter Quinn. And it was going to be me versus Hunter Quinn. And he fucked that. And then, we're having that conversation. I'll tell you this. The conversation I said, right, Hannibal, he's not working for it. I'm going to put Hunter Quinn in this position to give Hunter Quinn the match. The day after that conversation, he came out as the fucking weirdo he was. And,
yeah.
It's crazy. It was crazy.
Bro, like, I was, like, the day before, they were working on awards because, like, the end of the season was coming up. And then a day later, I wake up at, like, 5 a.m. I see a shit ton of people in the HXW Discord. I see everyone's left the management chat. I'm like, oh, no, what the fuck is going on?
You mean the CWA Discord?
No, everyone was in the HXW Discord because everyone was talking about the situation, and they didn't want any possibility of, like, James coming in.
Oh. Well,
yeah.
He fucked it for himself. And...
yeah, he really fucked everything for himself.
Well, talking about sexual misconduct, what are your thoughts on the whole shit that's happening at the moment? Like, everyone and their mother is being found out to be a fucking idiot. Like...
What's happening in the real world, like outside of CAW and stuff, it's just crazy. Like, 2020 has just been a terrible year. A lot of deaths, a lot of people just being exposed for being, like, rapists, fucking shitty people. It's terrible. Like, there's no other way to put it. Like, the people that have evidence against them, they just should not be in the wrestling business anymore, in my personal opinion. And the ones that have allegations that have not been proven, I hope that they're innocent and that the people who try to expose them are just fucking idiots and get what they deserve, I guess.
Yeah, I think personally, there's a lot of strength in a lot of what people are doing, like the people speaking out. I think there's a lot of strength in it. And I think there is a lot of wrongdoing that's happened, and I think that should be rectified. My problem is, though, I don't want everyone
with this whole COVID-19 situation. This is like a time and place. We should all be like getting together and like supporting one another. And now, like, everything's gone to chaos because people are idiots.
I agree. I think my personal sitting on it is, though, that I think we should there is definitely cases where there is evidence and it's fucking happened, and they should be scolded for it. They should be out of a job. I think that would disgust me, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I feel there is a lot of it being a trend, and everyone's just hopping on it. Like, they were trying to expose Tyler. Like, as soon as one happens and this whole exposing pie happens, everyone's like, oh.
Like, the whole Matt Riddle thing, I find to be a bit ridiculous. That's just a personal vendetta.
The way I heard it was he was in a car with someone and made a joke about getting on the dick or something.
Yeah, someone accused him of that, and well, his legal team and himself have been saying that this person has been like stalking him basically for 2 years, and that they're probably going to take this into court.
Oh. Well, even that, I mean, like, they were trying to get Tyler Bate done for inviting someone to a hotel.
I don't know about the Tyler Bate thing.
Yeah, there was. I'm pretty sure. Like, listen, this is the education I've had on it. I may be incredibly uneducated on it, and the statement I'm about to make might get me into a lot of shit. But from what I hear, Tyler Bate offered a woman, do you want to come to my hotel room? Either knowing or not knowing that she was married, and then when she said no, he just fucked off and didn't want. It was like, oh, okay, you know.
I mean, earlier this morning, I woke up to like allegations on Sammy Guevara, and there's video proof of him saying what he said, and it's just ridiculous.
Oh, if you look on the whole fucking show, there was so much fucking wrong.
I hope AEW like takes responsibility and does something with him, whether that's like suspend him for a long while or release him. I'd probably hope a release.
Oh, it's crazy. It is fucking crazy, and it's mental.
Because you can't just be going around saying that type of shit on podcasts.
Well, not at all, but I think what people need to realize is the whole fucking show, if you listen to that shit, it's fucked either way. Like, the amount of shit they say is just disgusting. Like, the host is just weird. He like, I don't find him funny. I don't find, he's the type of person to listen to this, right? If he did ever listen to a fucking core thing, and he would spend an entire podcast roasting me. Like, because he can't take criticism. I remember when he got criticism or someone was like, fuck this guy. It's like, shut up, bro. You're completely, like, he's very aggressive.
People gotta learn to take criticism.
Definitely, and I think he seems like a very insecure person, and he feels like if he gets said that he's wrong, he'd go to war over it. You know, he seems like someone who's really upset about that thing. But Sammy Guevara, he's always been a bit weird to me, and I'm just that. But he said some stupid shit, and I think he should get punished for it. There's a case though that I don't want it going overboard, and it's like a case of John Cena said I had a nice fucking hair. What a fucking asshole! I don't want it to turn into that. Like, because
when it comes to like Sammy, he's like, I wanted to rape her. Like, he said
some fuck shit, but I'm talking more about the Tyler Bate thing, where it seems to be innocent. Like, I don't think. From what I gather, he asked someone to go to a hotel room. When she declined, he then didn't talk to her, and that's not he wanted to push his position of sex over her. That is, he's asked you to do. He asked you out, you declined him. Now he feels awkward as shit. Like, if I asked someone out and they said no, you think I'm gonna hang around and just chat? I'd be so fucking like embarrassed. I wouldn't want to stick around and chat. And I could be completely wrong. We could find out in like tomorrow or when I check Twitter again later that the whole situation is actually really more worse than that, and he's doing some fuck shit. But from what my understanding is, he offered some girl to go to his hotel room. She declined, and he didn't talk to her.
Yeah.
And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. He just asked the girl out, then the girl said no, then he felt awkward as shit and just didn't want to talk to her about it. Like, that's the bare bones of what it is. And it's like, this person flirted at me, get rid of him. It's like, flirting is something that happens. I mean, you'll get the inverse now, and there's going to be men too scared to flirt, I think. And yes, some flirting is wrong, and there's like catcalling and all this shit that's wrong. And like what Sammy Guevara said is wrong. Don't take it as a compliment that is fucking wrong, right?
Yeah.
But there is cases where it's like, oh, you have nice hair today, and people reacting on like as if you just said something like to the extremes.
All these movements that are going on, like speaking out or Black Lives Matter, they're all great causes. It's sad that it just had to happen like during this year in such a terrible time. Like, we're living in history on the bad side of it, and
well, I think all the causes are great, and they need
they're great.
The Black Lives Matter movement.
I hope it improves the world. I truly do.
It's giving everyone a lot more realization.
Oh.
A lot of people are realizing now and understanding, and people are going, oh, okay, now I see. And then I think that's what they need, some recognition. I think they'll get more people towards the cause and helping out. And I don't ever think it'll ever be fixed, because you're always going to get these negative people. But I want to try and move these negative people from being in places of authority. I want those negative people to be trailer trash like they are. You know, like, live in a fucking trailer. Don't. Like, I'm a full believer in freedom of speech. Yes, say.
I believe in freedom of speech as well.
But I say freedom of speech, not freedom of reach. I do not think you should publicize. You see Twitter and you see Facebook saying, "Oh, it's just freedom of speech. We're allowing people."
Some things don't
but
have
some some things are fucking
they're
hateful,
better
spiteful,
left.
and you do not promote them on your site. You own the site that you're allowing these people. Like, there was this big thing against Mark Zuckerberg saying how if he stopped people from being able to say what they want on Facebook, that's against freedom of speech. It's not against freedom of speech. They can say that wherever they want, right? It's just freedom of reach. Don't let them have a platform to say these fucking stupid shit. Don't let them have a platform to say hate speech. Like, don't give them that platform. I don't believe in that. Do not give fucking idiots a platform to spread their ideologies, right? I don't believe in that. I think you should calm it down. Like, I think a lot of people can realize that everyone's gonna have fucking stupid opinions. And my opinion is you're allowed to have those opinions, but just I don't think you're allowed to publicize them.
You don't need to
racist,
speak them
straight
out
racist,
on social media.
If it's straight racist and straight sexist or anything like that, don't fucking put them on. Like, this isn't me telling, but don't put them on. I'm saying the company should just look into it and be like, okay, we should probably stop like people from being allowed to say the N-word if you on the fucking Twitter, because that's gonna be fucking. Like, I think there's a lot more they can do. To remove it, because you're gonna get racism. It's something that's never gonna die. You're gonna get fucking idiots, and even the case is this: you're gonna get people in extreme situations where poverty, and then there's gonna be some racist bigot who'll go to them and just be like, the reason your life isn't so shit is because of these people, and then you'll put that blame onto them people because it's easier than putting the blame on yourself, and then you're gonna evolve to be racist, and then you're gonna teach your kids to be racist. It's never gonna go, unfortunately. But I think, hands down, you should not give these fucking racists the platform to speak and spread their racism, you know?
Honestly, the world is a fucked up place. It's been a fucked up place for centuries, and now we're just in an age where we have social media where people can like state all this stuff throughout the whole world that everyone can see it. Like, America has a shitty president that says shit he should not be saying on Twitter.
I mean, why do guys who like run the KKK, why are they on Twitter? Like, it's just shit like that, man. Like,
yeah,
it's crazy. Like, why do KKK leaders have a Twitter. Why are they allowed that? Right? Why are they allowed? It's fucking stupid, you know? Like, don't give people the platform to spread this fucking ideologies.
Social media is bad, but it also can be good in a way. Because I mean, I definitely wouldn't have met all like my friends that I've met in CAW without social media. There's no way.
I don't know. I think it's just there's enough people spirit. Like, you know, do you remember that guy when Shad Gaspard and I can't say the name. Hiruma.
Kimura?
Hana
Or Hana Kimura. Yeah, Hana Kimura.
And he was like, my plans for 2020, and it'd be a picture of Shad Gaspard, and it's like, my 2020.
Oh yeah, I saw that too. That was.
Why the fuck has he got a platform to spread that? That's fucking stupid. Why has he got a platform to say that? Like, sure, he can say it to his mum, to his dad, he can scream it in the streets, but you're on the internet where something should be fucking monitored. That shouldn't be allowed. Like,
I mean, yeah, as much as we shit on social media, it's a good platform, but like, it's really on the people who do this shit. Really.
Yeah. It is crazy. And then he got bullied or something back, and he was just there like, he blacked out his Twitter, and I think he made himself private or some shit because he got that much shit for it. It's like, don't say stupid shit and then like just deny all. Like, here's my thing. If you say so, and there was an example of this in core earlier. So if you say stupid shit, you are not derived of the responsibility of what you said. You are responsible for what you say, right? Mm-hmm. And you said stupid shit. You got loads of people angry by what you said. You can't just say, oh, they've all just come at me for no reason. They came at you for a fucking reason. You said stupid shit.
And they have an opinion that what you said is stupid shit.
You can share your opinion of my 2020 versus my 2020 actually, and then people can share their opinions of how fucking stupid you are. I'm sorry, that was the case. I thought that was a disgusting person.
It was just distasteful.
It was. Okay, here's the thing. I would probably have cared less. Like, of course it's always bad, but he did it like the day she died. He did it the day, and I'm pretty sure he did the day Shad Gaspard died. It's like, bro, that's fucking disgusting. Yeah. Like, and I can get dark humor, but not on the day of the death. Like, that's stupid. To me. And, well, the conduct on Twitter needs to change. And you see a lot of people in courts do stupid shit, like the guy who stapled his testicles or some shit.
Oh. Bro, you hear some of the weirdest shit in this community, I swear.
Do you know what's so scary? There's people who staple their fucking nutsack and put it to everyone to see, right? And there's fucking kids on this site. There is kids in this community. There are
kids on this platform.
It's fucking disgusting.
Doesn't matter if they're in this community or not. Someone's gonna see it.
Definitely. And I think people should be more fucking sensible. Yeah. I think parents should be more sensible. They should realize that on Twitter, they shouldn't have kids on Twitter. Mm-hmm. You shouldn't have kids on fucking most things, but you still gotta be mindful that it happens. Like, you make an 18+ game, there's still gonna be kids playing it. Unfortunately, that's just the case.
I mean, unfortunately, like, it's not even just kids. It's adults too that do this type of shit.
Oh yeah. Well, no, I'm not. My case is I'm not worried. Adults will staple their nutsack, but my thing is a kid will see it. That's my issue.
Well, yeah. I mean, kids definitely shouldn't be seeing that shit, and adults shouldn't be doing that. But it's wild. People be wild these days.
They do. People do be wilding. Anyway, let's move on before we start getting fucking talking about more nutsacks being stapled. Because God, it brings a fucking a shiver to my soul when I hear that. Why would you do that to yourself? Oh my god. Anyway, so currently in HXW, you are a part of Defiant. Now, talk to me a little bit more about Defiant, because as someone who is so bottle focused on the detectives, I don't really necessarily understand Defiant, because I think it's blown over my head. I need to understand it now so I become a better detective.
Okay. So, Defiant, like, the whole idea of it came around before Summer Mania 2. I had to talk with a few guys, Nate, Donald, GVC included. We all talked, and we thought, it would be a cool idea if we had like 5 guys who are known in EFED and that don't really get as much like attention as you'd think they would. And we thought it would be a cool idea if we had a like power hungry group of guys. And I was the GM at the time. So I would get fired from said GM position because of my role with Defiant. And we finally got things rolling, and we decided we were going to start this on the biggest show of the year, because that's how you make an impact, by having all of us attack a bunch of people and screw people over in matches. Like, I fought Soul, and GVC, he was never revealed under the mask until later, but GVC came out, knocked Soul out, and got me the win. Which is like huge, because Soul is a huge part of this community.
He is, and he's helped me a lot more than once. But
yeah. And after that, I think we were like one of the most hated things in HXW. Everyone would just promo on us, even if they had nothing to do with us. They would just shit on us and everything. And that's like, you got the heat, and you gotta keep rolling with it no matter what. You can't worry if people like actually hate you or not.
Well, yeah.
I learned from Tone a while ago to be a proper heel. Don't give a shit what other people think.
Well, as much as you want to do that, some cases.
I mean, you gotta be like of what you're doing and what you're saying. Of course.
Yeah.
Like, you can't just take out of character problems and shove them down people's throats.
There's a lot of heels nowadays that just go a bit too much. I think they go they go a bit overboard. It's just not good.
Like, that's not the point of us, though. Like, we're in HXW to. Well, we were there because Boom didn't really have any factions at the time, so we were kind of like the original thing that got other factions together. I'm pretty sure he had Bully Club around at one point, but they were like a tag team when we came, and then they started getting more members, and it became a faction. Now we have Revolt.
Wasn't it fucking?
Well, at the time it was Coach and Stray, and then eventually Marshall came in, and then Damien came in, and now there's a shit ton of factions like Revolt and Eminence, the Young Lions. It's a bit of faction warfare right now in HXW. The detectives.
We have Ryan Swift. He just doesn't show up.
So we were kind of just what like started all that, and now we've lost a few members.
Yeah,
whether that was due to shitty things or GVC, he left on his own terms, and I'm not mad at him for leaving. It was sad to see him go, but Defiant, I'm happy with where we're at right now, and I can't wait to see what's next for me and the boys, because we always plan to help others in HXW. Like, we kind of help people get over as baby faces, because everyone wants to go against us, because we're the power hungry group.
I enjoy a power hungry group. In my opinion, I think as long as you're putting other people over, because you guys are all like the big guys at HXW. You got Donald, you got yourself, like you are the big guys of HXW. In my opinion, though, I think you need to have some, like, your opposition needs to be put over. Like, I think there's a lot that can happen. I don't know though, because Defiant, at the moment, Defiant's all Asylum. Am I right, or am I?
Yeah, we're all on Asylum right now.
And then you also got Young Lions on Asylum. So naturally, those would be the guys you're trying to face off against. we as the detectives, we're trying to fit in a world, like we're trying to fit in the vast majority of what's happening is all faction based. Like you look at every the tag teams that are all a part of a faction. Foundation is part of a faction. Bully Club part of a faction. Defiant part of a faction. Revolt part of a faction. Young Lions are part of a faction. I think.
Yeah.
Am I right in saying me and Crew are the only tag team in HXW?
There are a few tag teams, but I feel like you're the most like known that's not in a faction, if that makes sense.
So yeah, well, I'm gonna be promoting that this Friday. I'll be like, we're the only damn tag team here. You should just make a factions title.
We'll have a trios title soon, coming soon to HXW.
Ooh. We'll just have to get Detective Swift on
there. Eventually, there was talks of it at one point, but I mean, it's kind of hard to do a trios belt in EFED.
I mean,
you just give a singles belt and then a tag belt.
Well, not even that. You could just be there like, I don't know.
I mean, who knows? Maybe there will be one in HXW someday. We always like to adapt and come up with cool new ideas every fucking week at this point.
I don't know. In my opinion, I think with trios, I think you don't even need to give belts. You just say they're the trios champions. I mean,
could do that.
Something as basic as that, I think, would work. But yes,
I mean, trios tournaments even would be cool.
Yeah, I guess.
Really just depends.
I mean, yeah. I mean, it's something possible. I don't think any.
If people are interested in it, of course.
I don't think any other feds actually doing it though. Am I right?
Yeah. I mean, HXW, we kind of like to do new things.
Well, trios should be the next big thing, and then me and Crew will have to go find a fucking new detective. Ooh.
A new detective.
We're gonna be who post your detective application posts. We'll probably just choose Riyadh. Riyadh, please come be a detective. He'll just be like,
Riyadh, if you're watching this, join the detectives.
Yeah, Riyadh, if you're watching this, please be a detective. Oh no, he's got enough on his plate. Fair play to him. He's great. But who could?
Riyadh's a great guy.
Bill Dern should be a detective. Bill Dern,
that would
come
be
to
interesting.
Asylum and be a detective, please. No, I don't know. I think it'd be fun if you got trios. If you got trios, it'd generally be a conversation I'd have to have with Bill. I'd be like, Bill, please be a detective. And and what Bill would be, he'd be like the chief. So he doesn't show up every time in all the segments and all that shit. He'd show up and he'd just be there like, you guys are in the wrong. You guys are doing this. You guys are doing that. Oh. Oh. So I just clicked.
Thing is with Boom and HXW, you have a lot of creative freedom with what you want to do.
Yeah,
which is really nice, honestly, because you don't get many places like that.
I mean, it's weird. To me, I think what perfect Fed would be, they would allow you to experiment with ideas, but they would also give you they'd give you advice like, hey, this is good, this is bad. Hey, we're thinking of doing this with you. Do you fancy doing this? Or
I appreciate when Fed owners allow people to speak up and just give their opinions on what they should do with the product.
It's very difficult. It's incredibly difficult for a lot of people.
Because everyone has their vision of what they want to do.
But it's very difficult for a lot of people because it's very it's difficult to speak up, because people are scared, and I say that, and I know like Fed owners will just be there like, oh, we're lovely, we're like big gaping teddy bears. No way are we scary. But there is people who are genuinely scared because they think if I'm going to speak up, I'm going to lose out of my push, respect, reputation, all this.
Yeah.
And like, God, I remember when a certain person in the middle of like a big seminar just says, I'll just say this because I know me and him have had a conversation, and he drops me in it, and it's like, oh my fucking God. Like, I know, like, you can say shit in private about it, and I'll say this. I say a lot of shit in private about how I feel about certain booking situations, right? But then I say that out of anger most times because I'm in a watch party with someone, and I'll just be like, oh my God, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, what is this decision? And this could have been done better if you did this, or whatever.
Here's the thing. Everyone has that. Do you know why TW is a thing? Because people feel that they can book better. Like, everyone does. And give it like game. 30 minutes. Give it 30 minutes. I'll be like, I can see why they did it. Oh well, moving on. And I think the shit he dubbed me in on was because I was like, what the fuck is this? And I think it was because they wanted me to, they were trying to get me to team with someone after I just came out of a tag team. And I was just like, at the time, I was like, what the fuck? Huh?
Why would you do this? Like,
exactly. And I was like, what is this? No, this doesn't make sense. So now, of course, I publicized my viewpoint on that. I was like, I figure, okay, what the fuck is going on? What is this? What is this? And I think everyone gets that though, and do I hate them for trying to book me like that? Absolutely not. Do I think that it didn't make sense at the time? Yes, I know. Yeah. And you don't say it though. You just think, oh.
I mean, yeah.
You don't want to say it because you don't. Like, I don't want to be a fucking.
I mean, it's hard to tell like a Fed owner. Oh, I don't like this idea.
I mean, yeah. I think as soon as I think it's just a case where people are just gonna have to grow like. Once they grow to a point, they can do it.
And, well, fortunately for Boomsfed, I kind of get a bit of freedom with what I want to do with my character, like, compared to other places. And it's nice. I mean, I get to do other stuff that I wouldn't be able to do in, say, like, Honorbound, for example, because, well, they want you to, like, do a certain thing, and you kind of have to roll with it a bit for it to, like, work. But, like, you don't have creative freedom with, like, your character and such.
Right. With me, if I'm in a Fed, I always try and be a different character.
Oh, yeah.
Because I think that's...
It's kind of, like, hard to be the same character in every place.
In Honorbound, I'm that fucking grizzled guy that's like, I'm fucking angry, I like meat, and I'm here to take over. But I think that's not me, though. I'm not someone who... I can't take myself that serious. But I'm more someone who likes laughter and likes fun. Like, shit like The Shed, you know? I thought The Shed was hilarious. Shit like The Detectives, I enjoy that. So I feel that's more me when I play the detective, and I feel that's why I'm able to produce more of it, and I can...
I mean, everyone has their Fed, like, they can be themselves a bit with their character.
Well, yeah, and I love Honorbound to bits because I love the idea, I love the character of Townsend. It is definitely something I generally enjoy doing. Like, yes. It is something I'm just there like, oh my God, this is perfect, I love this. And then, like, in the Detectives, I'm allowed to be a bit more me. Podcast, oh Jesus, I'm just trying to be the best me I can. I think a podcast is something people can listen to. Whether or not it's getting good reviews and shit, I'm still gonna do it because I enjoy talking to people that necessarily I wouldn't normally talk to. Like, I'll say this, I know I go on fucking all this shit and I'm like, Zach Sanchez is my best friend. I don't talk to him that much. I don't talk to a lot of people that much. The only person I talk to regularly, like every fucking day, is Crude. Right?
Yeah.
That's the only person I talk to. Right? And so it's just a bit like, I don't know. I kind of enjoy. I say enjoy it. I kind of think that. I'm trying to think about how the right way to say it. I think. I fucking lost the point. Anyway, sorry. But yeah, no. With the podcast, I try and provide a service. I think people like to get their stories out there. I think people like a conversation. I talk to Crude the most of everyone daily. And I feel that it's nice to have people listen. Like, there's been a lot of advice shared on this podcast, and I think if you're someone learning, go have a listen, because there's a lot of grizzled people who've been here a while, who know what they're doing.
There's a lot of things I didn't know about people until like they came on to this podcast. So it's like interesting to also learn about like other people like that you usually don't talk to on like a daily or weekly basis.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like I don't talk. Who have I had on? I've had quite a lot of people, but I haven't.
I mean, like for example, you and Lexi talked. Like you're not like talking daily, but it's nice to have a conversation with someone.
Exactly. I mean, I like talking to Lexi. Lexi is very good in my opinion. I think I enjoy talking to her. She's very knowledgeable. And she's generally nice to talk to. A lot of people are nice to talk to. Like you never think about it. But there's just a lot of nice people to sit down and chat to, you know? Like,
yeah, like sometimes you just look at a person like, oh gosh, that guy's an asshole. And then you actually talk to the dude, and I'm like, oh wow, this guy's actually pretty decent to talk to.
Exactly.
I feel like people judge people, like, they judge a book by its cover. Yeah.
Yeah, and
they judge it by their character in this case, yeah.
And it's so annoying, because I remember when I first started, the amount of people who hated my fucking guts. Whew.
Because of your character.
Exactly. And I was just like, oh Jesus. And
like, I know that I wasn't like the biggest fan of Brooks when I met him, and then I actually talked to the dude, and I realized, wow, me and this guy actually have more in common than I thought. And me and him talk about stuff like New Japan or TW, and it's all that fun jazz. You find like great people in this community when you actually talk to them.
Exactly. Yeah, that's exactly. Alright, yeah, I mean, definitely. Talking to people is a lot easier said than done. I always find it difficult to go out and talk to people. My school friends from home and like all that shit. It takes me.
I think that's a bit different though, because there's just people like, oh, I don't like that guy based on this, but they don't talk to me. You're just like being shy is just different.
Oh no, I think it's not shy. I think it's just more so. If I don't have anything good to say, I don't say it.
Well, yeah, you don't know how to start the conversation, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, if I needed something done, I DM you about it, like, I find that's all right. But like, doing it and just going out and being like, okay, let's do this, let's do that. It's very difficult. I think it's just not a good day. Like, it's just it's fucking difficult more than anything. But yeah, I mean. I think that it's definitely something to it's definitely something fun. You know, I'm enjoying a lot of it, and I think talking to people is something that I generally don't do, but I feel I hope I'm not one to say, because I can't really give an opinion on myself, but I hope that people find what I'm doing is entertaining. I hope people are finding these podcasts good. I'm not going to pretend for a second that I'm the best podcaster alive, because goddamn, you took. I'm not very. I speak really stuttery and shit. It takes me a while to get something out and to develop a point. And
I mean, everyone starts
exactly.
Basically.
And hopefully I'll get better. Hopefully I get better. I don't know. I hope people are enjoying what I'm playing.
Who knows? Maybe this is like a fucking big podcast one day. You're actually interviewing actual like wrestlers.
I was looking at other podcasters, right? And I will say this for free. There are people out there with less followers than me, and I've watched, they've got like 2 followers on Twitter, right? But they've got some fucking real life wrestlers on that shit. So I think all I need to do is hit some people up, you know? Like, who knows? Maybe I'll have Peter Dune on it. I'll be like, Pete Dune, you're my favourite wrestler in the world. Please, what can I do to talk to you? And it's like, hello, I am Peter Dune. Oh,
please get on my podcast.
Please come on my podcast, sure. Please come on my podcast. I would really love you to come on my podcast, Peter Dune. Peter Dune. I love that. I love Pete Dunne to bits. He's probably one of my favourites. He's my favourite wrestler. He is brilliant. But I was like, Peter do. Peter do. Please.
Honestly, like, podcasting is a fun concept. You just get to talk to people for like a few hours and learn more than you would like. You learn something every time, basically.
And while I'm on the subject of podcasting, I want to thank you for the new logo, because I just opened my inbox one day and I got a DM from you, and it's a link and it's a fucking new brand new logo. And I was like, here you go. And I was like, oh my goodness, this looks nice. This looks nice. And it's been the logo ever since, so I need to thank you more for that. Like,
I just like to be nice sometimes and just give people something, and when I feel like this could really help them, you know. And I just thought, you know, Townsend's a nice, chill dude. I'm gonna make him a logo, see if he likes it, and if he wants to use it. That's perfectly fine.
Yeah, I was just oh my goodness, this is great. I was like, oh damn, this looks nice. I was like, this looks nice. And,
I just appreciate anyone who loves my logos, has even paid for them. Like, everyone's a real one.
Has anyone paid you for that work?
Yeah, people have paid me for my work. Whether it was something like big, or like I help someone like do all the logos for their company, or even if it was just one simple logo, people just pay me. It's nice. Like, I genuinely want to possibly do graphic design one day, and it's nice that some people actually like appreciate my work, even though it's like not the best compared to actual like graphic designers.
I mean, yeah. I
mean, it just shows maybe I have potential. Who knows?
I mean, if someone's paying you for logos, that's pretty good. I'm pretty sure someone else who I think is now gone tried to get people to pay for their logos. I don't think they got any, but I think they just, you know, I don't think they got any, and I don't know. It's kind of weird. Quick second, let's talk about the money in all this. The money people are getting from Core all of a sudden, especially during quarantine, is crazy. I know someone made like $400 from fucking just bits. Like, they got so much bits.
Well, yeah, like Boom on his HXW stream one day just like got a shit ton of bits, and it's like, where do you people get this money during this time?
Yeah, no, I'm just holy fuck. Like, I've bought some bits, but not enough. Like,
yeah.
If you ask me, do I want to spend £5 on a streamer, you'd have to be a special kind of someone. And I've done it for Lions, I've done it for Boom, because they are, and I genuinely enjoy them, and I think they're very nice people, and they're very wholesome people, and I think they can do no wrong. But it's very few times you ask me, do you want to spend £5 on giving this person money, or do you want to spend £5 on Liquid Diviniums for COD Black Ops free to get some fucking zombies? And I'd be like, zombies, mate. And it's very few people in this world I'll buy bits for, you know. And buy subs for, at least, you know. Like, I think I spend, I just sometimes it's like a big.
I mean, some people just like put in the effort to like give you the time of day to like give you advice or even help you out, for example, and you're like, I want to give back. Like, sometimes even just a regular streamer, like, they give the time of day to just entertain everyone by playing a game and talk to people.
I mean, yeah, I'm enjoying it, and I think a lot of things are quite good. Yeah, it's kind of weird, and I just enjoy it. Sorry, during this bit, while we're talking about money, I was thinking, well, what better thing to do while we're talking about money is just to look at the actual channel analytics, right? So I'm just having a brief look at the people. I'm just having a brief look at like what the channel's been doing, and apparently 3,000 people have seen on their recommended a Townsend Warchief radio, and out of those 3,000 people, only 320 people have actually clicked on, and I think that's just people clicking from one podcast to another.
I mean, eventually, like, if they see it enough, I'll have to check this out.
The core is so weird. It's such an inclusive. It's such an inclusive.
Honestly, like, looking at it, you don't think, like, CAW is a big community, but when you really look at it, like, holy shit, there are so many people in it.
Yeah, like, there's a lot of people in core. Do I think all of them know me? Absolutely not. But I think it's quite an inclusive community, and I think I'll have to, like, if I want this to grow to an actual, like, something that will actually make money and shit like that, which I have no intention to do, no chance. Imagine me talking to an actual fucking wrestler or some shit. I'd just be like, whoa, my name is Townsend, and I'd just be like, oh, Townsend, really? And I'll just be like, yeah, here's my Twitter. They see it and they're like, what the fuck?
What is this?
Fuck is this filth? What is this?
I mean, eventually you could make, like, a Twitter for the podcast itself.
I'd have to change it. I'm not calling it Townsend's Warchief Radio. If I want to, I cannot keep myself serious. Imagine me going up to, I don't know, fucking John Cena or Hulk Hogan or some shit, and I'd just be like, Mr. Cena, I am a guy.
Let me tell you something, Townsend, brother.
And then he'll be like, you have 24 virtual in-game pythons. And I'd just be like, I could not take myself serious enough for that shit. But I just would probably whittle up and just be like,
what is going on?
It's just something I'm like, not really. I would never have that conversation. Oh, fuck's sake. So I need to edit the playlists as well on my channel. Because this is a channel I used to use when I was little, so when I would want to put music on and leave it on.
Oh boy.
Yeah, if you go on the you'll see things called My Jam, and it's just a bunch of fucking Bebo videos. Oh shit, I'm gonna click on something. No, I clicked on a pig. Ew.
back in them
But
days.
Jesus, I'm just looking at it. My top viewed, like, that's not me viewing the fucking playlist, was just yesterday when I got 0 view. When I got 1 view from this, and someone watched my shower playlist.
Oh.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Damn.
Well, damn indeed. I'm gonna have to delete all these. Oh. Liked videos is private, thank fuck, because there's some weird shit there. I'll have to show off my liked videos. There's CAC shit. God, no one can see this. They just hear me verbally talk about it, and it's probably really shit for you to listen to. But I'm just sorry. I got a bit like interested, I guess.
This is just a review of your liked videos now.
Well, yeah. No, sorry. We need to focus about you. Come on, I'm being terribly rude. I'm so sorry.
No, it's completely fine.
I'm just thinking, like, we were talking about money. I was thinking, would there be any chance that Warchief Radio could make money? And the answer is no.
Money.
Money. I don't even know this. I didn't realize there was this much shit in, like, my thing. Ew, what's all these? God, imagine being an actual YouTuber and getting this much shit. I'd stare at my analytics for hours.
Yeah.
Jesus, I'm gonna stop now before I take up too much of your time. But Jesus, there's a lot that goes into it. Like, I don't even know 3K people had seen a Townsend video just on the side.
Yeah.
Whether or not they play it, like, that's their provocative. That's what they want to do. But
imagine being a guy like PewDiePie, for example, like looking at his stuff.
He must. Oh. You see, like, the social-based statistics. It's like this person makes either 1K or 30K. You're just like, fucking hell. Doing something you enjoy and getting 30K from it, amazing.
Beautiful.
Beautiful indeed. And the fact that you make money from logos, I think, is beautiful. Like, I'm not gonna ask for prices and shit, but
honestly, if you're good at something and you can make money off of it,
be a capitalist.
Do it. Like, if you love doing something and you can make money off it, just do it. Like, be happy and make money at the same time.
That's the dream right there. That is the dream. Now,
Yeah,
talking about dreams, what dream matches does Tyson Brooks have?
Well, I mentioned it earlier. I want my one-on-one match with Tone. If you're listening to this, I want my match. Give me my match.
Okay, well, not to steal your thunder, but episode 10, the next one along, we will have Tone White here.
Oh, Tone, I'm throwing out the challenge right here, right now. Fight me anytime, any place.
But Tone will be next episode, so I'll ask him and I'll say, "What's your dream matches?" And if he doesn't say Tyson Brooks, we will have a bit of a cry. But no, he said so. I remember when that happened with Michael Boom and Zach Sanchez. Zach Sanchez was like, one guy I really want to face is Michael Boom. And then the one we recorded, Michael Boom goes, the one guy I really want to face is Zach Sanchez. And it's like, well, they said they wanted to face each other, and it's like, it should probably happen then. But yeah, no, I digress. Anyway, carry on. You got Tone White.
Another person I'd also like to face one-on-one would be Michael Boom. Like, me and him have potential to have a great story and a great match. Other than that, I've faced off against a lot of people in CAW. Like, I've faced Mercer. I have faced Lions. I have faced fucking Nate West, Donald, Jordan Brooks. I've faced a bunch of people. Actually, there is one that I have never had the opportunity to go like one-on-one against. I would love to face Ryan Swift one day. I think that would be awesome.
I'd love to face Ryan Swift. He's great.
Swift's just a good guy in general. So I feel like I'd be able to tell a good story with him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. For me, whenever I consider a dream match, I do not consider a dream match to be a TV taping, like a standard TV.
Well, yeah, I want it to be on like a big stage in front of multiple people.
Exactly. But we'll have to see. I'm happy, you know.
Yeah.
It's fucking weird. I'm just lost for words, you know. I say lost for words. Michael Boom and Tone White are probably a very good dream match list, but I'm just a fucking shit host. I'm not gonna bullshit here. I'm just trying to think of what else I can say. I'm like, it's like, yes,
that's some pretty good shit, pal.
Yeah, that's some good shit. I mean, like, good opponents like good opponents. But like, floor is floor. Like, what else did I say? They're fucking great.
Yeah, they're great. Like, they're like the usual people you'd want to fight.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, for me, my dream match is just anyone with a fucking beard that wants to put it up against mine, and I'll have
anyone with a beard. I need to see you and Windsor go at it.
Yeah, me Windsor.
Beard versus beard match.
Yeah, I'll do it. Oh, have you seen a picture of Townsend without a beard?
No, I feel like that would be terrifying.
Can't have seen it, and he's never been the same man since. He is terrified of an unbearded Townsend. I think the whole world should be scared of an unbearded Townsend. You know, like, Townsend without a beard is fucking scary. You should all be grateful I have one. Bill Dern, he's a fantastic... Do you ever want to fight Bill Dern in any capacity? In, like, a big match?
I have fought Bill Dern in COH before. Just in multiple ways, whether it was tag, singles. We've had our fair share of matches.
Man, imagine being able to fight with God himself. Oh,
fighting with God himself.
I love Bill Dern, man. Honestly, like, I think he's such a wholesome guy. Oh, I love Bill Dern. I love me some Bill. I love it. I don't know. Boom again, a great challenge as well. I'd like to see. I hope you either get me or Boom, so I know which one you want to see now in Wrestling Oblivion.
I mean, you and me have fought, but like me and Boom have always talked for like a long while. Like you and me one-on-one would be a great match.
It would be, and I'm
And
sorry I'm gonna ruin it when I beat Boom's ass, and I beat Jay Jones's ass, and I become the world champion. I'm gonna fucking ruin it for you.
all I have to say to that is, okay, Boomer.
Oh, bro, I'll be there like, with my fucking title. I'm gonna put it in a fridge like fucking CM Punk.
But you're gonna put it in the fridge? You're gonna
with
put
all
the
my
belt
alcohol.
in?
I'm gonna edit it, right, where I just get a fucking load of alcohol.
You know, you got some people like, oh, I'm gonna put this on my shelf. No, I'm gonna put this in my fridge.
I'm gonna do the Shawn Michaels thing.
Oh God. Get that image out of my head.
What do you mean, what image? Townsend's a beautiful man.
Get it out of my head.
It was already there. Don't lie to me.
No, it wasn't.
But no, I'm looking forward to this Thursday. I mean, dream matches wise, it sounds like you and Boom is going to be a great one. I mean, you and Jen is always going to be great.
It doesn't matter whether it's you, Boom, or Jay Jones. I know I can work well with all three of you.
Hell yeah. I mean, ooh, do I shoot? No.
Is Townsend gonna shoot on someone, brother?
I think we've seen a lot of Jay Jones world title matches, and I think that...
I mean, that's a fair thing to say.
I think that he should have been called up before he should have done this stuff with G. I think it was his time to be called up, and he never got called up. And I thought, oh damn. But that's just me shooting. I think he should have been called up.
Some people are just like, I wouldn't say they're meant to like stay in what is called a developmental, but like Jay Jones has been one of the faces of Honor Bound for like a hot minute.
Well, yeah.
So,
I mean, my thing is though, I was like, he should have been called up there and then. I do not. To me, I just thought it would have been so much better if he got called up, and then he like.
It's based on perspective, though.
Yeah, I mean,
like
definitely. I mean, I could say that he should have been called up, and he can come.
Yeah,
to me
and
and be like,
someone else could just be like, or Jay Jones should be like the face of Honor Bound still and get like 4 world title reigns.
Well, there's people that have been on Honor Bound forever, and I think if you're pulling people down from COH now, and we're gonna become.
Well, I mean, Honor Bound's just kind of like a second brand now. It's not really it's not what it was like 2 years ago when I was first in Honor Bound.
I really want that world title just to call myself Grand Slam. That's all I want. Just to be Grand Slam Townsend.
I mean, especially now that they're unifying the belts, can you really call Honor Bound a developmental anymore?
As soon as I drop that belt, and as soon as I beat Lions, the next step is calling up. Because as soon as I'm called up, every match I'll have is a dream match for me. Evan Dynamic, that's gonna be a fucking great match. Jordan Shadows would be amazing. Fucking Tone Lines and the Mercers, all of them, the top guys, they're amazing. Blackheart, all these guys. Bilden, ooh.
Oh, Townsend, don't get too excited over there.
I'm like Dave. When I go up to COH, I'll just be there like Dave Meltzer with a fucking in the Tokyo Dome. I'll be like, ooh, 7 stars.
7 stars.
Oh, bro, I'm so looking forward to it. Honestly, I'm genuinely looking forward to it. It's gonna be one of the best things for me. But that's the ideal plan. Of course, I'm not gonna win.
I feel like Townsend would be a cool fit on COH.
Oh yeah, like Tone. I remember Tone.
I mean, you also got other like big guys like Luger up there as well. So,
I need a bit of vengeance on Luger because there was some glitch in the system during was it when Wills collide and they had to put someone else instead they put who? Was it Shogun?
I think it was Durag.
They put Durag, yeah. And I need my match of Luger. I need a rematch. I need to beat him. I need to whoop his ass.
Townsend calling out Luke Luger on the podcast, ladies and gents.
Oh no. But yeah, Luke Luger, you got a target on your back for when I come into Armageddon. The walking Armageddon ain't got nothing on the war machine. Here we go.
Walking Armageddon versus the walking meat.
The walking Armageddon versus just the just a bit of meat.
Meat with legs.
I don't know if the meat is the nickname meat is a curse and a blessing, because it was great when I was trying to be a little bit more funny, when I was like being the funnier side of Crazy J and myself. It was great, right? Because it was big fucking meat was the tag team name, and Jay hated it because it had nothing to do with him in the tag team name. And then now I'm being serious, being called the meat's a bit weird. Like, you don't hear some like you don't hear him go, oh my god!
Oh, the new all-around world champion, the meat Townsend. Like,
man, and when you try to be super serious, and everyone's calling you the beat, you're just sad and angry. It's like, oh, I'm not a fucking meme. I'm a fucking war machine. Please, call me your name. And then
honestly, CAW's just the place where if you want to do some ridiculous shit and get it over, you can. Like, Jordan Shadows got mom jeans over a while back. It was the greatest thing ever.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge the fucking detectives and the shed. And
oh, imagine you and Shadows being a team. Meat jeans. Meat jeans.
Meat jeans. Ooh.
That would be uncomfortable.
We just wear like fucking jeans made out of bacon.
Just wearing meat.
Oh, hell yeah, that sounds great. Now, unfortunately, Tyson, I almost called you Jordan then. That is just the detective gimmick, of course. Of course. Fucking
naturally.
Naturally, detective gimmick. I'm so in character. Now we're gonna play a little game of Mount Rushmore. Okay?
Okay.
So, I'm gonna ask you pretty much the same questions I asked Jordan, bros. Which do you prefer, SmackDown or Raw?
Raw.
Who is your Mount Rushmore who makes Raw?
Alright. Stone Cold Steve Austin. Ooh. Triple H.
Ooh.
John Cena. And Shawn Michaels.
I mean, I can't argue with that. That's a good one. I'd have thrown Punk in there somewhere, but that's just me. I like me some Punk.
I mean, fair enough.
Well, I'm going to ask you who makes SmackDown then for you.
Okay,
Cena,
my SmackDown.
Triple H and all that make Raw. Who makes SmackDown?
Okay, the people that make SmackDown. The Undertaker. Batista. Brock Lesnar. And I would say, fuck it, this is different. Rey Mysterio.
I agree with all of them. Undertaker.
Actually, wait, not Rey. Eddie Guerrero.
Oh, yeah, I was about to say Eddie Guerrero. So Undertaker, Lesnar, Eddie Guerrero, and was it CM Punk? No, it wasn't CM Punk.
It was Batista.
Batista, yeah. Oh, I love me some Batista. I'll give you. I'll take a brief minute to talk about TW. He got injured, right? And he comes back. Ideally, the show just before SummerSlam. So I'm gonna have Batista just come in and just be like, "Yo, I'm gonna be the new champion at SummerSlam. I'm gonna come in. I'm gonna win that belt, and you ain't gonna do nothing about it. It's gonna be amazing." Like, Batista's great.
Yeah. I'm booking him to become world champ in one of my mods. It's honestly TW's just a great game.
What mod are you playing? Are you playing?
I like to play 2003 and 2005 a lot because those were some really good times in wrestling.
I'm playing 2008, and I think for me, I loved 2008's roster because hold on, I DM'd Jordan Brooks because if Jordan Brooks is listening, I harass him to fucking shit, and I feel so bad. Like, if I show off my DMs of him, it is just 90% screenshots of TW save just being there like, oh my god, and then like me just saying ideas, and you get the one word responses which are like, let me foul, that's funny, and that could work. Like, I feel I piss him off so much with all this shit, but I do it anyway. The roster in 2008 though, right? And I've made some signings that are a bit illegal. I say illegal.
Illegal signings.
Yeah, but I've made signings. I've signed Christian a year early. I signed Bobby Lashley back because he left like the year. He left WWE like in 2007, so I bring him back for 2008. And you can.
We're signing you to a new one.
Yeah, you can have a contract with Kurt Angle because he's still kicking about. So the 2008 roster is Triple H, Shawn Michaels, John Cena, Randy Orton, Kane, Undertaker, Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy, Kurt Angle, Bobby Lashley, Brock Lesnar, because you can still sign Brock Lesnar, The Big Show when he's actually good, Batista, Edge, Mr. Kennedy, who's a fucking god, MVP, Rey Mysterio. Have I said Rey Mysterio? I might. No, I said Batista. Christian, the Hooligans, and let me tell you, Brian Kendrick and Paul London in the mod are fucking OP. Just because of their chemistry, they have 90 rated matches at 60 popularity. It's crazy. They're Morrison and Miz, which are going to break up soon. Jericho, Umaga, CM Punk, and the Dudleys. Like, what a fucking stacked roster, bro.
Yeah. Like, WWE back in the day was awesome.
It was fantastic. And then you had guys like Daniel Bryan, Kofi Kingston, Jack Swagger, the world's greatest tag team. Oh, I say the world's greatest tag team, it just means Shelton Benjamin. You had Legacy, you had Crime Time. They were all hanging about growing. And you had like R-Truth, of course. Like, that was the time to be a fucking fan. Honestly. Like, imagine broken Matt Hardy back in 2008. That's fucking...
Oh, that would have been fun. Especially after he turned on Jeff.
Yeah, like, if you had the Jeff... the way I'm planning to book it is, I'm for the WrestleMania 25, I'm still having Matt and Jeff have their fight. Because Jeff's going to win the world title early. He's going to beat... what was the plan? I've got the all written out. It's so sad. He's going to beat Batista at Survivor Series. So, Batista is going to beat Undertaker at SummerSlam. Jeff Hardy's going to beat Batista at Survivor Series. And then he's going to be fucked out of the title during the Royal Rumble and probably drop it to someone else. And maybe Kurt Angle, who knows. And it'll be Matt Hardy that fucked him over. And then Matt versus Jeff at the Mania. Then the show after Mania, it'll be ECW. It's realized that Matt Hardy's now on ECW and Kane's just going to fucking kill him. And then 6 months later, we hear the piano play. There he is. Broken Matt Hardy back.
Sounds great.
I love it though. I love being able to plan all this shit, you know? Like,
I mean, yeah, in TEW, you can just like fuck around and do shit that wouldn't normally happen on WWE TV.
Like Christian versus MVP for the ECW Championship. That sounds great. I'm having Brock Lesnar versus Rey Mysterio for the WWE Championship. Like, it happened in 2019, but no one would have expected it happening in 2008. Because and I want to make this clear, the only reason I've signed Lesnar is because Lesnar was working New Japan, and like he should have been doing UFC at this time. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, he should have. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
New Japan signed him, and I was like, nah, not happening. Not funny. Didn't laugh. Stop this shit. So I've hired him to a contract. I'm gonna use him sporadically. Like I'll have him be like that guy who comes in and just does like the road to WrestleMania and the big shows, but then he'll have breaks, like regular breaks, treat him like the star he is. But he is of age in this mod to be wrestling every fucking week. I've gone to a contract where he can wrestle every week, so I'm not too sure yet. He was touring with New Japan, so he was wrestling 7 times a fucking week in New Japan. So I don't know. I'm talking too much about this now. Let's calm it down. Back to let's intertwine a bit of TEW. Who is the Mount Rushmore of your TEW saves? And I want a little story for each of them. Like, has there been anyone who's been very funny?
Okay. So my main mod that I've done has been with Brooks. We do a WWF and a WCW mod right after the Montreal Screwjob happened. He does WWF, I do WCW. If I had to pick my Mount Rushmore of like my top workers, I'd say it's Bret Hart, Chris Benoit, Jericho, and Sting. Sting's been my champ for almost a whole year in WCW. Like from Starrcade, and we're hitting like World War III, which was like November. So that would definitely be my like Mount Rushmore.
Have you got any like funnier ones? Like, well, not funnier ones. That sounds fucking toxic, but you know what I mean. Do you have anyone who's like a funny story behind them? Because I've got tons of funny stories with TEW. I've got Miz and Morrison fucking hating each other.
There's always a running like meme in every mod that I do with Brooks. We always have Kevin Nash and Scott Steiner team with each other at one point or another, and we call them Big Papa Sexy.
Big Papa's sexy. Or
Big Papa Sexy. We just combine their nicknames. They're a tag team. And well, every time I have a WCW Saturday night, I have Scott Steiner rap every single week.
Oh, God.
It's fucking,
what about Steiner
fucking
math?
weird.
What about
Steiner?
math?
Instead of Steiner math, it's Steiner rap.
Oh my God, I know which one I'd like to hear. Yo, I'm Steiner. I'm gonna hate. Did they create the Frankensteiner? I'm pretty sure they did, didn't they?
Yeah, he did.
Fucking hell. You look at him now. He's like an inflatable man. Oh,
He's
crazy.
He no longer has big arms anymore. He's got flabby arms.
Like a big fatty, big fatty pal. I don't know.
Yeah, honestly, TEW is just great. I love it. I love playing it, especially with other people to book. Like, it's just a game you can hang out with friends and have a great time. It's not very known, unfortunately. I wish more people in CAW were aware of this.
Yeah, I mean, it's just funny. I love funny shit. Like, that's what I wanted. I just love it. I just love funny shit.
Like, in one mod, we have a TNA mod where, like, we're doing 2009 TNA, and every week on Explosion, we have a depressed Kurt Angle segment.
No, you gotta have Perk Angle. Well, he's perky.
We always make fun of Perk Angle, but this is where we got depressed Kurt Angle. Every week he's just doing, like, we signed RVD like months before he actually signed, and well, he ended up getting suspended because he did weed, of course. And well, Kurt was depressed backstage because he was looking for RVD because he wanted to smoke a blunt with him.
God damn it! Are you looking forward to 2K20? Not 2K20. TW 2020.
I've played some of TEW 2020. It's not like the greatest game because it's got like its faults to it. Like the ratings are a bit fucked, but it's easier to do stuff like New Japan or Ring of Honor in that game. As for like TEW 2016, it's easier to like get ratings in companies like the WWE or WCW because like they're the big like fishes. So they're just two different games somewhat.
Yeah, I mean, I'm interested to play 2020 because I like the idea of the booking as the show goes sort of thing. Like, because what I will do is I'll make a pre-show like, who should I fucking push? Who should I fucking push? Let's just have a match and see who has a better fucking ring rating, you know? And I like doing that shit. But I have to play with it because the way it looks at the moment, I think I need like a texture pack or something because it looks god awful. And I'm someone who played with the default look of 2020. Oh no, 2K TW 2016, right? So I think I need like something just to easily read it because I need something to read it.
Yeah, texture packs are always nice in mods.
Okay. Yeah. Well, fucking hell. Back to being a shit podcast host here. Back to talking about the fucking Mount Rushmore. Who is the Mount Rushmore of inspirations that make Tyson Brooks? Now that could be a wrestler or a media character.
Okay. My inspirations for making Tyson definitely Kurt Angle, aka Perk Angle, because he's just my favorite wrestler of all time in general. Another I would say is Randy Orton, just for the style I have. I feel like I have a little bit of Triple H in there somewhere, just because of my gear and whatever. And the last one, I'd have to say Batista, just for the big guy type feel, because he's like 6'5".
I love me some Batista.
Yeah,
I do love him. He's great.
Batista's just a great guy.
So Perk Angle.
Yes, Perk Angle.
I can't not call him Perk Angle anymore. I try my best. Kurt Angle, Randy Orton, Batista, and I forget the third one. Was it Steve Austin?
Triple H.
Triple H. Yeah, sorry, my fucking.
All
I'm
good.
an idiot. I'm an idiot.
Don't be so hard on yourself.
Sorry, bitch, I'm sorry. But yeah, so that seems like a good set. Now, quickly, the Mount Rushmore of people that have best impacted Tyson in EFED. So these are people that have helped you out to be you, you know?
Okay. The first one has to go to Tone for sure. Because without him, I wouldn't have had like a few good gimmicks that I had in places like COH. Like I had the Infinite Ego character for a bit. Those were some really good times. And other than that, like outside of like Feds, he's been there for like me on a personal level sometimes. Like he's just a really nice guy. And I appreciate like him for everything he's done for me for like the past 3 years.
Yeah.
Now, other people, I would have to also thank Carter because he's really helped me with my look, especially with Tyson this year. This year I am fully satisfied with how my call looks. It's taken years, but I am satisfied with how Tyson looks and everything now. Others...
Man, I've never had that. I remember just shoving a fucking face texture on Townsend, just thinking that's good enough and leaving.
Yeah, that's how I was before. I shoved a face texture on my call and I took logos off of fucking CC like back in the early days, and now I'm able to make my own logos and shit. Now I'm happy with how I look. Others that have helped me in Caw, I have to say Boom, because he's really helped with my motivation, because COD can sometimes be just like the most toxic place ever, like with all the shit that goes on. And definitely. Boom has kind of helped reignite some of my motivation, because he's given me an opportunity with his Fed to just have my creative freedom with a bunch of the shit I do, and it's just helped a lot.
Especially I'll say this with the detective segments, allowing, even just giving us like the fucking time, like with giving us the time of day to even put them on the show, I think is good. But I thank him for it. I mean, giving us the time of day just to be like, yeah, okay, we'll put on the segment. We'll see this. We'll put this on.
The last one, I would have to say Jordan, even though I've only like known him like really for like this year, but he has added a lot of detail into my character. Like before, my character just was like, oh, he's just some cocky guy. Like, but there wasn't like details like behind the scenes. Like he didn't really have a backstory. Now he has a backstory. Like he has a brother, an older brother that like was jealous of the success that Tyson got throughout all these years, and he wasn't recognized like I was until like now.
So you're actually brothers?
No, we're not actual brothers, believe me.
Well, they're not actual in character.
Oh, in character, we're brothers. Like the whole thing started as a joke. Like, oh, we have the same last name. We're brothers, and well, everyone kind of just took the meme, and now I guess it's just an actual thing now. It's funny how that works.
When it's mean to a point, it just becomes real.
Yeah, it just becomes real.
Yeah, it's funny.
And it's weird, because sometimes me and him, like, some people actually mistake us for brothers. Like, because we're so, like, alike.
Yeah. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, I don't think, is there?
I mean, yeah, there's definitely nothing wrong with it. It's just crazy.
It sounds good. It sounds good. I mean, I think with a lot of things in EFED, there's a lot of things that work and a lot of things that don't. I think you and Brooks work very well together.
Yeah, we're like a two-man power trip in a sense.
What, Macho Man and Hulk Hogan?
Oh yeah, we're the Mega Powers, brother.
We're the Mega Powers, brother.
We're the Brooks Brothers. The Brooks Brothers implode, brother.
I can't wait to see you guys dress up as Mario and Luigi.
That's fucking great. who would be the Mario in your personal opinion?
Who I think Jordan Brooks did fit. Oh no, they both have mustaches. Well, Revolt's wearing green and Defiant wears red.
So I guess there's your answer.
I mean, you could see it that way. You could choose not to see it that way. Jordan Brooks is Canadian. That's a red flag. Which, I don't know.
Now I'm curious to see people's opinions of which Brooks is which Mario brother.
I'll put a poll up. Which Brooks brother is Mario? Tyson or Jordan?
Cast your votes now.
It's like asking who's like the Matt and Jeff Hardy. Well, until when before the broken gimmick, Matt Hardy.
Yeah, fuck seeing who's the Sean and who's the Genetti, who's the Mario and who's the Luigi of the brothers.
Exactly. Who jumps over barrels thrown by a monkey, or who goes to a spooky mansion? This is fucking crazy. I love it. It's great. I love core. I love it. It's frustrating
all four
at times.
Of those guys just were a huge impact on my caw and my character. I just appreciate all of them, and there's more people that have helped along the way, and I appreciate them too.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm just happy. There's a lot of people that help a lot of people. There's a lot of help that goes on in core, and I am very grateful.
Yeah, I mean, like, we're a community. Like, we should help each other, like, when we're not doing so well with something.
Definitely. Sorry, I'm just quickly typing. There you go. Now I've got to think of another fucking Mount Rushmore. I'm such a shit podcaster. Okay, final one. Who do you think has pioneered the business of core? Who has pioneered it? Who is
pioneers of core?
Who has made it brilliant?
I'll do EFED because I don't know many in Sim.
Just EFED this one.
Tone's definitely like at the top of that. I would say Liam Mercer for sure. I feel like Daniel Lyons has to be in that group of people.
Waiting for you to say
because he runs like the longest running EFED show, so he has to be like there somewhere.
Yeah.
And coming up with that fourth one's a bit hard. I'll give props where it's given. I'd say Jackson Jordan would be the fourth.
Okay.
Because compared to like everyone else, like he runs a EFED show like differently compared to other people.
Yeah.
I'd say.
Yeah. I mean, I love me some Jackson. He's very charismatic as a commentator. I love everyone as commentators. So I touched on this. Was it with Lexi's? I touched on the fact that
I think it was. I think I watched that and you talked about Jackson for a bit.
Yeah, I enjoy everyone's commentary very well. I think everyone's great in their own way, though. Like I enjoy HXW for their own things, and I enjoy COH, and I enjoy TCW, and I enjoy all of these. But yeah, no. Anyway, Tyson, I think we can end it here. Oh fuck, I'm so bad at fucking doing this bit. We could talk for hours. And we could definitely do an episode 2 because the time has flown by. I've just had a look at how long we've been talking, and I thought, what? And I had no idea we've been talking this long. So, Tyson, thank you ever so much for coming on the Warchief Radio podcast, and I look forward to episode 2 with you because I think we can definitely talk about more. The time has flown by, and I'm shocked at how long it's gone. I think this is the longest podcast episode. Yikes.
Thank you for having me on. I appreciate it.
No problem, man. I enjoy talking to you, man. I enjoyed this. This is great. But yeah, thank you everybody for listening, and I'll see you in the next one. I touched on who it was. Now I've got to fucking check my Twitter and make sure he's actually available, or otherwise I fuck this one up, don't I? I thought this one's special. But anyway, I'll see you all. Thank you ever so much for coming out. Goodbye, good night, good morning, good whatever the fuck you're listening to this at, and ciao.